In the summer of 1943, the U.S. Army dispatched a routine three-jeep convoy from Fort Wingate to deliver sensitive documents to a classified base near Colorado. It should have been an uneventful trip through the desolate Four Corners region, but by sundown, all three vehicles had vanished without a trace on what was then called U.S. Route 666. The military sealed the report. It was buried in paperwork, marked as lost due to desert navigation error. But locals knew better. They whispered about the Hollow Road, a cursed stretch between Shiprock and Sheep Springs, where compasses spin, radios go dead, and shadow figures crawl beside your car. Elders warned against driving the road after midnight, especially near mile marker 237. That's where the lost convoy was last seen. For decades, truckers, tourists, and even police officers have claimed to see military jeeps trailing them at night, headlights dim, moving without sound. But when approached, the vehicles vanish. And the lost convoy returned. Tom Reyes, a seasoned freight driver, had never believed in ghost stories. He took Route 491 regularly on night runs, hauling refrigeration units between Arizona and Colorado. On July 11, 2020, he left Gallup late, passing the Navajo Nation under a blood-red moon. He noticed the desert was strangely quiet. No wind, no night animals. Even his truck's engine felt muted. Just after midnight, his radio crackled. A voice whispered, "Convoy, still in motion." Startled, Tom scanned the highway. Up ahead, faint yellow lights glowed. 3 old military jeeps in perfect formation. Thinking it was a historical reenactment group or some strange desert drill, Tom slowed. But as he neared, something was off. The jeeps were weathered, rusted like they'd been left in the sun for decades. Their wheels hovered just above the road. And their drivers? The first wore a helmet melted into bone, eyes hollow, gas mask fused to a lipless mouth. The second jeep was empty, but blood coated the seats. The third held 2 figures, one headless, the other whispering silently into a shattered radio. Tom's heart pounded. He tried to pass, but his truck wouldn't accelerate. The steering stiffened. The wheel turning by itself. Then the radio screamed, a chorus of agonized voices, all chanting the same thing. Convoy still in motion. Manifest incomplete. Join us. The temperature plummeted inside his cab. Frost crawled over the windshield. The road warped ahead of him, cracking open like torn fabric, revealing black fire underneath. Tom slammed the brakes. His truck skidded, spun, and stalled. Everything went silent. Tom looked up. His truck was surrounded. 7 jeeps now. Soldiers, or what remained of them, stood on the roadside, skeletal faces lit by flickering gaslight. One of them approached. His uniform was scorched, his name tag unreadable. His jaw hung loose, swaying with each step. He raised a clipboard with Tom's name already written on it. "You were scheduled," the soldier rasped. "Manifest lost. Manifest complete now." Tom locked the doors, fumbling for the ignition. The radio clicked again. A new voice, a young one. "Don't let them in," it whispered. "They're not soldiers. They're echoes, trapped between wars, bound to the Devil's Road." Tom glanced in the rearview mirror. A child sat in the back seat, pale, eyes black, smiling faintly. "Drive," the child whispered, "before they realize you're awake." The engine finally roared back to life. Tom floored it. Behind him, the jeeps gave chase, hovering over the road, tires never touching asphalt. Their headlights grew brighter, more unnatural, beaming pure white into his mirrors. The road twisted, bent, blurred. The desert landscape peeled back, revealing trenches, tanks, the dead. Tom felt himself slipping, like being pulled into someone else's memory. He gritted his teeth, focusing on a single road sign glowing up ahead. US 491, northbound, Colorado border, 26 miles. Then a deafening screech. The lead Jeep lunged forward, nearly clipping his trailer. Its skeletal driver reached out with a gloved, charred hand, just inches from Tom's mirror. "You were scheduled," it bellowed. Suddenly, a blinding flash. Everything froze, and then silence. Tom's truck rolled to a slow stop on the shoulder of the highway. State police found Tom shaking inside his cab 2 hours later. His dashcam was still rolling. The footage showed 48 minutes of pure static, then a single still frame, a clipboard, with Tom Reyes's name scratched in ink next to dozens of others. Dates going back to 1943, and the message below: manifest fulfilled, convoy still in motion. Tom quit trucking. He moved to Oregon and changed his name. But a month later, another driver reported seeing a lone refrigerated truck parked on the side of Route 491. The driver inside was not Tom. He was wearing a scorched uniform and whispering into a broken radio. While this story sounds like legend, it's built on verified reports and archived claims from real travelers. Several World War II military shipments did go missing near the Four Corners during 1943 to 45, with no recovery ever made. The government blamed terrain and weather, but locals tell a different tale. They say the Devil's Highway demands balance. For every vehicle that enters its haunted corridor, another must be claimed. Sometimes it's a drifter, a trucker, a soldier long forgotten. And if you ever find yourself driving Route 491 past midnight and you see 3 Jeeps behind you, don't stop, don't speak, just drive, and pray the convoy isn't looking for you.